Have you ever wondered why you wake up feeling drained, restless, or stuck in a fog, even after a solid 8 hours? What if the secret to unlocking deep peace, unstoppable energy, and a life that flows isn't about what you do during the day, but what's lurking right by your bed at night? Hey there, beautiful souls. Welcome to Buddhist Echoes, where ancient wisdom lights up modern living. Today, we're diving into 10 surprising things you should never keep near your bed. Stuff that's silently sapping your spirit and blocking your blessings. Could your phone be chaining you to a digital samsara? Is that pile of dirty clothes rusting your calm? Stick with me through this journey. We're blending the Buddha's timeless teachings with real-life fixes to transform your bedroom into a sanctuary of rest and renewal. Trust me, you won't want to miss the stories and tips coming up. They'll change how you sleep forever. So hit that like button now, share this with someone who needs it, and drop a comment with your biggest sleep struggle. Oh, and if you're new here, smash that subscribe button. Let's make peace a habit together. 1. Electronic devices, the digital tug on your peace. Let's dive right into something we all know too well. Electronic devices, smartphones, laptops, tablets. They're like shadows these days, always tagging along. They sit by our beds, screens flickering with notifications, practically whispering, just one more swipe. Science has a take on this. That blue light they throw off messes with melatonin, the hormone that cues your body to sleep. Even when they're off, there's this subtle hum, low-frequency radiation, that keeps the air alive in a way it shouldn't be at night. But I'm not here to just lean on lab stats. Let's look at this through the Buddha's lens, because that's where we find the deeper truth. The Buddha laid out the 5 hindrances, those mental stumbling blocks that trip us up on the path to peace. One of them is restlessness and worry, or uddhacca kukuka in Pali. He had this great image for it: the mind as a monkey, drunk on fermented fruit, swinging from branch to branch, never settling down. That's your phone in action. It's not just a gadget, it's a restlessness engine. You start with a quick peek at a message, and before you know it, you're scrolling through news, X posts, or some random video about cats in costumes. It's a whirlwind, and it ties you to *tana*, craving for news, connection, or just something to fill the quiet. Sleep's supposed to be your escape hatch, a chance to let go of the day and recharge. But with that screen glowing by your pillow, you're not escaping, you're tethered. Take the Satipatthana Sutta, the Buddha's guide to mindfulness. He tells us to stay present, to feel the body, the breath, just be here. You're lying in bed, sinking into the mattress, letting the day fade. Then your phone pings, and suddenly you're in what I call digital samsara, a spinning wheel of wanting that never stops. Samsara is that cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, driven by desire. These devices? They're desire's little helpers, keeping you hooked when your body's begging for a break. It's like trying to meditate with a marching band in your head. Good luck finding stillness. I've lived this struggle. My phone used to camp out right by my head, close enough to grab if I couldn't sleep. I'd check texts, scroll feeds, and next thing I knew, it was 1 a.m. I'd wake up feeling like I'd been run over. My dreams a jumbled mess of emails and headlines. Then I ran across this line in the Majjhima Nikaya *. Guard the gates of your senses, lest they lead you astray. That hit home. Our senses, sight, sound, touch, they're doors to the mind. And my phone was blasting them wide open when I needed them shut. So I tried a shift, moved it across the room, flipped it to silent, and started a simple bedtime thing. I'd sit for a sec, breathe in gratitude, thanks for the day, the little wins, then breathe out the tension. It wasn't instant, but after a few nights, I felt it. Sleep deepened, mornings got clearer, like I'd taken back a piece of myself. Now, I'm not saying ditch your tech. These devices are amazing, connecting us, teaching us, keeping life moving. The Buddha was all about the middle way, Majjhima Patipada *. You don't toss out what's useful, you just put it in its place. Keep it 3 feet from your bed, far enough to resist the urge, or better yet, leave it outside your room. Let it charge in the kitchen while you recharge in peace. Your bed's a sacred spot. A place to drop the day's weight. Why let a buzzing box crash that party? Let's unpack this craving thing more. Because it's the core. In the Samyutta Nikaya, the Buddha splits tanha into 3 flavors. Craving for pleasure, kama tanha *, craving to be something, bhava tanha *, and craving to avoid something, vibhava tanha *. Your phone nails all 3. You chase the buzz of a new post, want to be the guy who's always plugged in, and dodge the quiet of your own thoughts. It's a triple whammy, keeping you wired when you should be winding down. Sleep's a taste of nekama *, renunciation. You let the world go for a bit, trusting it'll still be there. But that screams a lifeline you don't need to hold. The Dhammapada sums it up. The mind is restless, hard to tame, seizing whatever it desires. Your phone's a megaphone for that untamed mind, amplifying its whims when you're trying to chill. Buddhism's big on intention, satana *. Moving that device is a deliberate choice. I pick peace over chaos. That's power. Mindfulness in motion. Once you break the habit, you'll wonder why it ever got so cozy with your pillow. Think about Vangisa from the Theragatha *. This monk couldn't sleep. His mind raced with poetry and praise. The Buddha told him, cut the stream at its source. Vangisa dropped the chatter, focused on breath, and found calm. Your phone's your stream. Snip it at bedtime. Try a quick metta wish instead. May I rest easy. May I wake clear. It's not about hating tech, it's about loving your peace more. I've been there, still got my phone. Just not in my bed. Works like a charm. 2. Fresh flowers or indoor plants, nature's restless echo. Next up, fresh flowers and indoor plants. They're a treat for the eyes, vibrant lilies. Lush ferns, bringing life to any space. During the day, they're champs, pumping out oxygen, making the air feel fresh. At night, they switch it up, exhaling carbon dioxide, subtly shifting your bedroom's vibe. Feng Shui calls this yang, energy, active, lively, clashing with the yin, calm you need for sleep. That's a solid angle, but let's explore it with Buddhist wisdom. Because there's more beneath the surface. The Buddha's big on impermanence, anicca. It's one of the 3 marks of existence. Nothing lasts. Flowers are a textbook case. They bloom, shine, then fade. Their scent wafts up, then drifts away. Keeping one by your bed could be a gentle nudge. Life's fleeting. Soak it in. But here's the flip. That fading energy might creep into your sleep. The Dhammapada nails it, like a flower. Beautiful yet fading. So too is this body. It's deep, sure. But do you want that decay whispering to you when you're trying to drift off? It's not about spooking yourself. It's about what vibes you let linger. Then there's the scent factor. Jasmine, lilies, they pack a punch. The Salayatana Sutta warns that unguarded senses stir craving or irritation. A strong whiff might spark a memory, a longing, or even a sneeze if you're sensitive like me. Suddenly, your mind's racing when it should be settling. Sleep's your chance to mirror the Buddha's meditation, still, open, no clutter. Plants and flowers? They're alive, shifting, growing. That's daytime energy, not nighttime peace. I'm a nature nut, plants are my jam. I had a lavender pot by my bed once, thinking it'd mellow me out. Smelled great, but I'd wake up off, like I hadn't fully rested. Hit me one day. They're vitalities for when I'm awake. So I moved them. Ferns to the living room. Flowers to the kitchen. If I want green, I go for a snake plant, low-key. Doesn't fuss with the air. And keep it across the room. My bedroom's my zen spot now. Just breath and quiet. Let's dig into *anicca more. Change isn't bad, it's just real. Flowers wilt, leaves drop, CO2 shifts, it's all part of the dance. The Anicca Sutta says, what arises ceases. That's beautiful in a garden. Less so when you're snoozing. Your bed's for ceasing, not watching nature's cycle play out. Clinging to that bloom might stir a subtle unease you don't even clock. Sleep's about letting go, not holding on. And practically, that CO2 bump might not knock you out. But if you're a light sleeper, it could leave you groggy. Buddhism's not anti-science, it's about what works. The Vinaya *, monk rules, keeps living spaces simple. Plants are great, but by your bed, they're extra. Move them where they shine. Living rooms. Patios. Not your sleep zone. In the Jataka tales, a king stuffed his room with garlands for calm. Tossed all night instead. A monk said, beauties for day, nights bare. He cleared them. Slept fine. It's not rejecting nature, it's timing. Keep your bedroom like the Buddha's spot, plain, peaceful. Snake plants if you must, but far from the pillow. You're not losing beauty, you're gaining rest. 3. Religious or sentimental items, the heavy ties of meaning. Now let's talk something close to the heart. Religious or sentimental items. Prayer beads, a Buddha statue, a photo of someone you love, they carry weight. Don't they? They connect us to faith, roots, memories. But by your bed, they might drag more than lift. The video says they spark nostalgia or duty, keeping your mind humming. Let's deepen that with Buddhist insight. The *Anapanasati Sutta is all about letting go, even the good stuff. These items can turn into attachments. Upadana *. A photo pulls you to grief or longing. A statue nags about practice. The Buddha didn't ditch reverence, relics went in stupas. But he said stay present, not stuck in yesterday or tomorrow. By your bed, they anchor you to samsara's wheel, not freedom's shore. Think of Ananda, the Buddha's right-hand man. He kept a relic by his mat, dreaming of his teacher, joy mixed with ache. Couldn't sleep deep. Mahakassapa stepped in. Shrine it elsewhere, let your mind rest. Ananda moved it, and peace rolled back. I've been there. I had a jade Buddha by my bed. Felt wise, then worried, shifted it to a shelf. Honored it daily. Bed stayed clear. Sleep got light. The Samyutta Nikaya warns clinging traps us. These treasures can cling to views. Rituals. Self. Photo as my past. Statue as my duty. Sleep's *pavivaka*. Mental seclusion. You can't seclude with memories shouting. I'm not saying ditch them. Set up a nook. A shelf. An altar. Bow to them in the morning. Not at midnight. It's not disrespect, it's space. The Buddha's relics stayed in stupas, not under pillows. Your bed's for rest, not reverence. Keep it simple, unburdened. Honor what matters without carrying it to sleep. 4. Mirrors. The ego's nighttime trap. Mirrors. Those shiny surfaces we all have around. They catch your face, your room, your little world, reflecting it back in an instant. But when one's sitting across from your bed, it might bounce back more than just light restlessness. Unease. A quiet hum of something off. Feng Shui's got a take on this. Mirrors amplify energy or crack open spiritual portals. Stirring the calm you're trying to settle into. It's an interesting spin, and there's some truth in how it feels. But let's flip it through a Buddhist lens. Because that's where we get into the real headspace stuff. The Buddha had this concept, Maya. It's illusion. The mind's trick of convincing you there's a solid you to cling to. A mirror's the perfect prop for that. You're lying there, ready to wind down, and you catch your reflection in the half-light. It's not just an image, it's me. Me with the day's worries still buzzing. Me with the flaws I can't shake. Me with a brain that won't quit. The Anatta Sutta *, one of the Buddha's key talks, cuts through that noise. There's no fixed self here. What we call me is just a stream, forms, feelings, thoughts, flowing by like water. But a mirror pins it down, makes it stick, and suddenly you're staring at a snapshot that's already history. It's a mind game, pulling you away from letting go when that's exactly what sleep's for. Meditation's the antidote to that game. You sit, breathe, watch the breath, and slowly the you starts to blur. It's a peek at *sunyata*, emptiness, where there's no clinging. No labels, just space. Sleep's got a touch of that magic. You close your eyes, the world fades, and for a bit, the I takes a backseat. It's a break from the self, a mini rest in something deeper. But a mirror across from your bed? It's like a spotlight on the ego, dragging you back to form when you're trying to melt into stillness. It's not just your face, it's every story your mind's been spinning. Did I mess up today? Do I look beat? What's tomorrow got in store? That's the ego chattering, and it's loud when you need hush. I've felt this firsthand. I had a big mirror facing my bed once. Thought it was stylish. Opened up the room. Daytime. It was great. Caught the sun. Made things feel airy. But at night, it flipped. I'd lie down, ready to crash, and catch my shadow in the glass. Wasn't creepy like some horror flick. It was my own head getting in the way. Did I screw up that call? Should I have pushed harder? My anxious self staring back. Like a critic I couldn't dodge. One night, I tossed a scarf over it. Just a soft old one. And the vibe shifted. The room felt quieter, easier. Later, I hauled it to the hallway. And sleep stopped feeling like a standoff with my reflection. The *Visuddhimagga*, this deep Buddhist text, talks about how the mind grabs onto images like a kid with candy. Give it something to latch onto, and it's off, buzzing when it should be still. A mirror's pure bait for that. It hands your mind a picture. And next thing you know, you're not just in bed. You're replaying the day, judging your looks, or stressing about tomorrow. Sleep's supposed to be nirvana-like, clear, unrippled, free. The Buddha called nirvana the unborn, unmade, a place where the self drops off. You don't hit that fully asleep. But it's a step, a little taste of letting go. A mirror throws a wrench in that, keeps the I front and center when it should be fading out. It's not about spooky stuff. Feng Shui's portal idea is fun. But I'm keeping it real. It's subtler. The *Abhidhamma*, this intricate Buddhist breakdown, says the mind picks up forms and energies, like shapes and vibes floating around. A mirror doesn't just sit there, it tosses stuff back, light, movement, maybe your own mental noise. Ever notice how a room feels lighter when you cover a mirror? It's not hocus pocus, it's your mind chilling out. Less to wrestle with. The Buddha's monks slept in bare huts, no extras, no reflections, just a mat in the dark. Why? To keep it simple, to let the mind unclutter. Your bedroom's your hut, your quiet spot. Why toss in something that stirs the pot? Let's dig into *Anatta*, non-self, because it's the heart of this. The Buddha's whole gig was waking us up to how we cling to me and mine. In the *Samyutta Nikaya, he says, what you call mine brings suffering. A mirror's a mine machine, my face, my space, my drama. You lie there, and instead of drifting off, you're spinning tales about that image. I'm stressed. I'm worn out. I'm not enough. That's the ego flexing when it should be resting. Sleep's your shot to drop that load, to float free for a bit. Why hand the ego a microphone when you're trying to turn it off? So, what's the move? Drape it at night, soft cloth. Nothing fancy, or shift it out. Hallway, closet, anywhere but facing your bed. I've done both. Covering's easy. Moving's lasting. Either way, you'll feel it. Your bed's for letting go, not reflecting. The Buddha kept it simple. His meditation was raw, focused. Your sleep can echo that. Ego's noisy enough. Don't give it a stage. 5. Books or work documents, the restless call of duty. Books and papers, novels, notes, work stuff. They pile up by your bed like little towers of thought. They're gold for the mind, right? Stories that pull you in. Tasks that keep you rolling. But they're also chains, anchoring you when you should be floating free. The video pegs them as stress triggers. Unfinished business staring you down. That's spot on. But Buddhism's got a twist that takes it deeper. The Buddha taught right effort *, Samma Vayama. Part of the Eightfold Path. It's about growing what's good, and dropping what's not. Books and docs, though, they whisper effort undone. That novel's half read, that report's half done. They tug at you, pulling you into planning, worrying, craving completion. The * Vitakasantana Sutta has this gem. Swap restless thoughts for calm ones. Focus on the breath, let the chatter fade. But with that pile glaring at you, calm's a no-show. Your bed's supposed to be a mind monastery. A quiet space to just be, not a hub for tasks and to dose. I've been there, trust me. I used to keep a stack of Buddhist books by my bed, ironic. Huh? Thought it'd make me wise. Keep me connected to the Dharma. I'd read a page, feel inspired, then stressed. Should I study more? Am I getting this? My dreams turned into lectures I couldn't escape. Then it hit me. The Buddha didn't sleep with scrolls. He kept it simple, so I shelved them across the room, left my bed bare. Now, I wind down with just my breath, maybe a quick metta wish. May I rest, may I be free, night and day difference, pun intended. Here's a story to tie it in. A merchant once went to the Buddha, eyes heavy, mind fried. My ledgers haunt my sleep. He said, he'd pile them by his cot, counting coins in his head even as he tried to rest. The Buddha's advice was straight up. Leave your trade at the market. Nights for peace, not profit. The guy moved his scrolls to another room, and sleep came back like an old friend. Simple, but deep. Works for daytime, rests for now. Your bed's not a desk, don't let it become one. Let's unpack right effort more. It's not just about doing, it's knowing when to stop. The Buddha was big on balance, work hard, then rest hard. Those papers scream, keep going, when you need to say, enough. The Dhammapada drops this truth. A disciplined mind brings happiness. Discipline isn't just action, it's boundaries. That stack by your bed? It's a boundary buster, keeping your mind on a treadmill when it should be off duty. Shelve it, across the room. Another space, anywhere but bedside. You're not slacking, you're honoring rest. It's about intention. Satana * 2. Keeping books and work close says, I'm still on. Moving them says, I'm clocking out. That's mindfulness with teeth. The * Samyutta Nikaya warns about clinging to views, to duties, to self. Piles a clingfest, my tasks, my goals, my brain. Sleeps * Pavivaka * mental seclusion. You can't seclude with a chorus of unfinished business singing in your ear. I've felt the shift. Once those books were gone, my mind stopped racing. Breath took over, and rest followed. Your bedroom's your retreat. Like the Buddha's bare huts, no clutter, no noise. Why weigh it down with reminders of what's next? Keep it light, keep it clear. Let your bed cradle mindfulness, not mental chatter. 6. Dirty clothes, the silent clutter of the mind. Picture a pile of worn clothes by your bed. Shirts, jeans, whatever you peeled off after a long day. Just tossed there. It's so normal, right? They're soaked with the day's sweat. Its struggles, its energy, all bunched up. The video calls it out. They clutter your peace. Mess up your bedroom's calm. But Buddhism digs deeper. They're not just laundry. They're a mirror of inner chaos, reflecting what's rattling around in your head. The Buddha was big on Sila, moral discipline, one of his path's 3 pillars. Alongside wisdom and meditation, it's not just about how you treat others. It's purity, body, speech, mind, and even your space. Dirty clothes aren't neutral fabric, they're relics of attachment, upadana. They carry the day's fights, that tense call, the coffee spill, the heat you trudged through. In the Dhammapada, he says, as rust eats iron, so craving consumes the heart. That piles rust on your calm, whispering disorder when you're trying to unwind. A tidy space isn't just neat, it's a tidy mind, primed for rest. Those clothes hold your day's vibe, stress, grit, emotion. They're not just there. They echo the tough stuff, a spat, a slog, a moment you'd rather ditch. The Buddha pushed nekkhamma, letting go, shedding the day so sleep can reset you. But that heap drags it all back, like baggage sneaking into your dreams. Your bedroom's your sanctuary, not a dump for yesterday's load. I've done it too, used to fling my clothes by the bed, close enough for tomorrow, no fuss. But they tugged at me. I'd lie down, ready to crash, and catch that pile in the corner of my eye, bam. I'm replaying the day's mess. It was quiet, but heavy, like a weight I didn't see. Then I thought of the Buddha's simplicity. Monks kept it light. No clutter. So I grabbed a hamper, tucked it in the corner, and started folding stuff away. Sleep lightened up, like I'd shed something I didn't know I was hauling. Clean space, clean head, it's real. Sila goes deep, it's harmony, inside and out. The Vinaya, monks' rules, kept huts neat, robes folded. No junk. Why? Outer order boosts inner peace. That piles chaos's lil envoy, chipping at your calm. The Majjhima Nikaya ties craving, tanha, to samsara's spin. Those clothes link you to the day's wants, fixing what broke, redoing what's done. Sleep's your off-ramp. Why let them yank you back? It's practical too. Clutter bugs your subconscious. Studies say mess spikes stress, even if you shrug it off. The Buddha got that. He worked with how we tick. The Samyutta Nikaya says, the mind grabs what it meets. That pile's a grabber, stirring it up when it should settle. A hamper's your signal. Day's over. I'm out. In the Jataka tales, a rich guy stacked robes by his bed, loved the flaunt. Couldn't sleep, fretting over wrinkles. A monk said, it's chaining you, store it. He did, and rest hit. Same vibe. Stuff by your bed traps you. My hamper's my monk move, simple. Free. Toss those clothes away from your bed. It's not OCD, it's letting your space breathe Buddha's calm. You'll feel it, I do. 7. Empty water bottles or cups, the quiet echo of lack. An empty bottle or cup on your nightstand, small, right? Barely noticeable, but it's telling. Feng Shui calls it stagnation. A block to abundance. Like it's choking the flow of good vibes. That's a neat take, but Buddhism spins it into a lesson on mindfulness and intention, and that's where it gets juicy. The Buddha talked about dana generosity, a cornerstone of his teaching. It's about giving, sure, but also about flow, keeping energy moving. An empty vessel by your bed? It might signal scarcity, not fullness, not in some mystical hocus-pocus way, but in how your mind reads it. Symbolism matters. The Buddha was big on how we shape our world with what we hold close. In the Metta Sutta, he calls us to cultivate boundless goodwill, love that's alive, active, present. A glass of fresh water by your bed mirrors that. It's life. Care, a little gesture of abundance. An empty one? It's lack whispering when you need renewal. Think about it. That bottle's not just trash, it's a leftover from the day. Maybe you downed it rushing around, or it's been sitting there half forgotten. Either way, it's done, spent, a husk. The Buddha's path is about intention, satana *, and what you keep near you sets the tone. An empty cup says, I'm tapped out. When sleep's your chance to refill. In the Dhammapada, he says, mind precedes all things. Mind is their maker. Your mind sees that emptiness and spins a story, maybe not loud, but subtle, about drought instead of plenty. Why let that vibe hang out by your pillow? I've had those moments. Used to leave empty bottles by my bed, finished one, tossed it there, figured I'd deal with it later. No harm, right? But I'd wake up feeling off, not wrecked. Just dry, like something was missing. Then I thought about dana giving, flow, fullness. The Buddha's monks carried bowls, always ready to receive and share. An empty vessel by my bed felt stingy, closed off. So I switched it, started keeping a glass of fresh water instead. Not just for drinking, though that's nice, but as a nod to abundance. Sleep got softer, mornings fresher, like I'd invited something alive into my space. Let's unpack dana more. It's not just charity, it's a mindset. In the Sutta Nipada, the Buddha praises giving as a way to break greed's grip. An empty bottle's greed's little echo, holding on to nothing when you could hold life. Sleep's a renewal, a small rebirth every night. Why kick it off with a symbol of done instead of here? The Metta Sutta isn't just words, it's action. Love in motion. Fresh water's that action, small, sure, but real. Here's a story to bring it home. A novice monk once left an empty bowl by his mat, thought thrift was smart, saving every drop, but his sleep turned restless. Dreams dry and tight. His teacher saw it, said, fill it or remove it. Let abundance live. The kid poured water in, and calm crept back. Simple, but it sticks. I'm not saying an empty cup curses you, it's just a nudge. Your mind picks it up, runs with it, replace it with freshness, water, life, metta in action. It's not superstition, it's intention. Practically, it's easy. Ditch the empty stuff. Keep a full glass handy. Hydration's a bonus, but the real win's the vibe. My nightstand's a little altar now, water's my offering to rest. The Buddha kept it flowing, his teachings, his life. Let your space reflect that, not stagnation. You'll feel the shift, I promise. 8. Overly bright nightlights, the glare that steals stillness. Bright nightlights, those little beacons piercing the dark. They're meant to comfort, right? Chase away the shadows, make you feel safe. But they often confound more than they calm. Science says they disrupt melatonin, sleep's chemical key, keeping you alert when you should be fading. That's real, but Buddhism sees a deeper layer. A disturbance that goes beyond the body into the mind. The Buddha had this metaphor. Ignorance is darkness. Wisdom's light. Beautiful, right? You see it in the Dhammapada**. Mindfulness is the path to the deathless. But too much light at night? It blinds you to rest's own wisdom. In the Udana, he praises the still mind, unshaken. Soft, free of the senses pull. Bright lights do the opposite, they poke your eyes. Stir your brain, keep you on when you need off. Sleep's a small death, he said, a letting go. A surrender to the dark. Darkness cradles that surrender, wraps it gentle. A glaring bulb rips it apart. I've danced with this one. Used to have this harsh nightlight, thought I needed it. Feared the shadows creeping in. I'd lie there, eyes catching that glow, and feel wired, like my brain couldn't downshift. Shadows spooked me at first. But then I saw they weren't the enemy, they were peace. Quiet, a hug from the night. So I swapped it, dim, warm glow now, or sometimes nothing at all. Blackout curtains too, sleep softened, like I'd let the dark do its job. Night's night, rest's rest. Let's lean into that small death idea. In the Mahaparinibbana Sutta, the Buddha calls death a release, parinirvana. The final letting go. Sleep's a taste of that, not the end, but a dip into stillness. Bright lights fight it, keep the senses humming. The Salayatana Sutta warns, unguarded senses spark craving. Aversion, that glares a spark, pulling you from calm. The Buddha's monks slept in pitch-black huts, no lamps, no fuss. Why? To let the mind settle, to mirror that deep quiet he found under the Bodhi tree. And it's not just poetry, your body feels it. Too much light tricks your brain into day mode, cuts that melatonin flow. The Buddha worked with reality, his path's practical. In the Samyutta Nikaya, he says, the mind bends to what it meets. Light bends it awake, dark bends it to rest. I'm not anti-light, love a cozy glow, but bright's too much. Dim it, warm it, or ditch it. Shadows taught me peace, not fear. So, dial it down, soft light. Blackout curtains. Let night be night, like the Buddha's still mind. You'll sleep deeper, I swear by it. 9. Dead batteries are non-working devices. The stagnant shadows of dukkha. Broken gadgets. Dead batteries. Little relics of failure scattered around. They stall energy, the video says, like they're clogging the flow. Buddhism calls them anchors to suffering. And that's where it gets real. The Buddha's core was dukkha. Life's unsatisfactoriness. It's not all gloom, it's just truth. Things break. They frustrate. They fall short. These objects? They're dukkha in plastic. And metal. Stuff that doesn't work. That sits there mocking you. Near your bed, they murmur stagnation, not freedom. The Anatta Sutta urges us to let go of what's not ours, form. Feelings, all of it, clinging to brokenness binds us. Keeps us stuck. Why let that whisper in your sleep? Those dead things carry weight. That clock that stopped, the remote with no juice, they're not just junk. They're reminders, missed chances, delays, stuff you meant to fix. The Buddha saw clinging, upadana**, as suffering's root. In the Dhammapada, he says, from attachment comes grief. By your bed, they're grief's quiet buddies, dragging your energy down when you need lift. I've had my share, kept a busted lamp by my bed, thought I'd fix it someday. Every night, it stared at me, a little nag, you failed again. Dreams got heavy, days felt off. Then I remembered the Samyutta Nikaya**. Let go what's not yours. Tossed it, and the air lightened. Now, if it's dead, it's gone, repair or release. Sleeps for renewal, not regret. Here's a story. A laywoman clung to a broken clock by her bed, mourned time lost with it. Dreams turned thick, days dragged. A monk said, fix it or free it. She ditched it, and life sparked back. Simple lesson, broken stuff binds you. Clear those relics. Your space should sing renewal, not stagnation. It's practical too. Clutter saps you. Even quiet like. The Buddha's huts were bare. Why weigh yours down? Trash it or fix it. Sleep's freedom. I feel it now. 10. Sharp objects. The subtle cut of tension. Knives, scissors, pointed edges, harmless decor. Sure, but sharp in spirit. Feng Shui says they breed conflict. Slicing the calm. Buddhism sees them as blades of the mind. And that's where it cuts deep. The Buddha taught right speech. And * right action *, no harm. All peace. Sharp objects by your bed? They carry aggression's echo, jarring the softness you need. In the * Karaniya Metta Sutta, he calls for gentleness, love without edge. A blade nearby clashes with that, stirring unease in sleep's gentle realm. It's not about danger, it's vibe. Those points poke at you. That knife from the kitchen. Those scissors for crafts, they're tools. Sure, but tools of cutting. The * Majjhima Nikaya says the mind mirrors what's near. Sharpness whispers tension, arguments, stress. When you need Metta's warmth. Sleep's a haven. Why let a blade guard it? I kept scissors by my bed once, handy. I thought. But I felt off, edgy, like something was brewing. Thought about the Metta Sutta * gentleness. Not grit. Stored them away, and sleep flowed smoother. Drawers are for sharp stuff, beds for peace. So, hide them, drawers. Another room. Let your bedroom be Metta's home. No hint of harm. I've felt the calm, it's real. And there you have it. Friends, we've walked through 10 sneaky culprits that could be stealing your sleep. And peace. From the restless glow of screens to the sharp edge of tension. The Buddha's path isn't about fear, it's about freedom. Letting go of the clutter and chaos so you can wake up refreshed, alive, and ready to shine. Your bedroom's your sacred space. A lotus pond of calm in a stormy world. Why not make it bloom? Here's your challenge. Try these shifts for a week. Move that phone. Ditch the empty cups. Dim those lights. And see how it feels. Drop "I welcome peace" in the comments if it clicks for you. I'd love to hear your story. This isn't just about sleep, it's about living lighter, truer, closer to the heart of the Dharma. If this resonated, give it a big like. Share it with a friend who's tossing and turning, and hit subscribe to Buddhist Echoes. For more wisdom to lift your days and nights. You've got the tools now. Go make your rest a rebellion against samsara. Sleep well, live well, and namaste, my fellow travelers. See you in the next one.